Hey everyone, how's it going? I don't know why I said that as if I was going to hear you respond, but hello everyone. Welcome to my live stream. I'm sure you all do know me because you've tuned in. I'm Declan. I am the voice of many a character in Baldur's Gate 3, but you all know me and love me for Abdirak. So hello, hello, hello. Hi guys. Um, very excited to be here with you this evening with some new artwork available that I have just it only just arrived yesterday, so thank God that it did. But yeah, this new piece from Weenwem, I got to tell you guys, oh my God, when I opened up the box, because I mean, all the artwork from all the people that I am collabing with, you've got Red, Badass Assassin, Munchie, and now Weenwem. They're all absolutely incredible, and I love all of them. But the colors on the print, I don't know if Streamily are using like a metallic like printing thing or whether it was just Weenwem's genius, but the colors in this print, they pop so hard. You can't really see because of the glare from the camera, but the metallic colors pop so hard in real life. So when you get it, you will see it. I literally gasped when I opened it. I went, I mean, yeah, I am that gay, but also the colors were just like, it was so good. So yeah, I think you're all gonna love it. Those of you that have purchased, those of you that haven't, there is still time. You can head over to streamily.com/Declan Perring and you can get one of these absolutely stunning pieces from Weenwem, or get your hands on Munchie's absolutely fantastic artwork, or, as I'm sure many of you already know, the incredible work from Red, aka Badass Assassin. This one is also a little bit harder to see because of the glare, but I mean, it's absolutely exquisite. The candle work makes me want to go like, anyway, hello, hello, hello. So I'm just getting some love for the shirt. Yeah, do you know what? I'd probably get in real trouble if I ever did a Disney show, because this shirt is sort of like a very gay kink coded Triton. I don't know if you can see, but he says mer pig and he's got a nipple ring. The tattoos across his wrist say wet. And the trident is dildos. But it's one of my favorite shirts. Yeah, it's a really cool artist called Tom Taylor, who does some really cool sort of queer clothing work. That he does like original drawings plus like parodies of your favorite characters done in like a cool queer way. They're really great, so check them out. It's Tom Taylor is the artist, and they actually, I've got them from Jack. What's the name of that shop in Brixton? Philip Normal is this gay shop in part of South London called Brixton, in this little village. Well, I say village, it's like a shopping village. It's called Brixton Village, but it's like a little shopping market mall area. And there's this little independent shop called Philip Normal, and he sells all sorts of queer stuff. And these shirts are some of the ones that he sells, and I love them. Badass Red is saying, yeah, he's a single dad, DILF. Gotta live a little, yeah. He is. He's a single dad out there living in a big ocean. He's got to find times to, entertain himself. Hey everyone, very, very, very happy to see you all. Lots of people that I remember from seeing at the last stream, and some new ones, some people that I know well, some people that I don't. Happy Pride. Yes, very, very, very happy Pride to everyone. In London, we have our big Pride parade this Saturday. So I don't know where you guys were in the world, where you guys are in the world, but London, the big Pride parade, and it sort of takes over the whole of Soho, and we have, you know, stages with performances and speeches and all of that, and that's this Saturday. So I shall be marching proudly on Saturday, and I'm sure probably drinking too much, but gonna try and rail it in this year. Sunday, where I am in the Isle of Mull in Scotland. Oh, Yvonne, I did not know you were up in Isle of Mull. That I've got a friend whose sister lives up there. I know it very well. Yeehaw, Texas had Pride event. Texas, we had a nice Pride event in town. Happy Pride. And thanks again for the cameo, by the way. Yeah, oh, do you know what? That was my pleasure. When someone asked me to do a Pride cameo as Abdirak, I sort of got to say a lot of the things that, obviously I was trying to keep it Abdirak and keep it in character, but at the same time, I got to say a lot of the things that I want to say to all the queer fans of the game out there. You know, to stay proud and live loud, and being a freak is the best thing you could ever be. So I was very happy to get that cameo request. Abdirak is for the gays, yeah. I'm going to start by doing my first signing of the evening. This one is for Yvonne. Now, Yvonne, I got to tell you, is one of Abdirak's most loyal followers. The interactions we've had online, let me tell you, Yvonne is serious about her Abdirak worship. So this one is for you, Yvonne, and you have said, thank you for being such an admirable Abdirak for us all. Please would you write, because pain is proof that we live. Yes, of course, Yvonne. I'm going to take my ring off because I'm going to scratch. I don't want to scratch the print. Okay. Yvonne. And then you, yes, because pain is proof that we live. Because pain is proof that we live. There you go, Yvonne. That one is for you. Because pain is proof that we live. Thank you so much for that one, Yvonne. You know, Yvonne, actually, for those of you that were on the last stream, you may remember that I sort of burst into song singing Frollo's Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think it was because we were talking about Disney villains, because when I was recording Abdirak, one of the directors said that I'd gone full-blown Jafar from Aladdin, and then we then started talking about Disney characters, and I started saying how I think that Abdirak is quite Frollo, and then I ended up singing it. So Yvonne then wrote to me and sent me an Abdirak version of Hellfire that she wrote, and I was, do you know what? I was gonna say I won't sing it, but I might. I'll sing a little bit just for you, Yvonne. I won't do the whole thing because it is a long song, but I will. Let's have a bit of a sing song, eh? What should I type in? Hellfire karaoke. Hunchback. Here we go. Ah, okay. I see what's happening here is that I'm playing the song and it's just coming out in my head, so you won't be able to hear it. So that's yes, that is. Maybe I'll turn my headphones off. How about now? Sorry, when I turned my headphones off, they were my microphone, and so it muted me. Am I back now? I'm back now. Okay, here we go. But all of me, a loving grows with every stream. My body's pain, a gift to succor her. Here in my power, I mete out her penance on every soul who dares to go so far. I touch myself gently, draw the knife across my skin, the agonizing pain I need to give. I see her, I need her, the sweet communion that we share. My pain is proof we both shall surely live. Like fire, like pleasure, I greet you with my hand. I'll take you to heights that you never thought you'd stand. Well, that's for you, Yvonne. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for sending me those lyrics. I loved it. I had such a fun time singing along to that when I was when I first read it. So I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, thank you guys. Oh, thank you. I used to do musical theatre many, 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 many years ago. It's been a long time since I did, but but I did used to sing many moons ago. Long time since I've done it properly, but I do like to get the old pipes out every now and again. Okay, next one is another one from Weenwem. I think most of tonight's are Weenwems because they are the hot new art that was available. And this one is for Rasika. Now, Rasika is another person who I am very familiar with because Rasika was instrumental in a number of cameos that I did. And Rasika did one that then kind of blew up where I was in the little shorty robe and I had the mug that said hello handsome on it, and yeah, everyone kind of went wild for that one. Yeah, yes, it was Rasika and Maru, their partner in crime, and so this print is for Rasika. The cameo you did for us was too good. Can I get gate crashing little perverts and a little doodle? Make it good. I'm getting it tattooed. Now, Rasika, I don't know if you were here on the stream last week. I think you were, but I'm not a good doodler. I will try. I tried for some people last week. I tried to do the nine-tailed whip, and it sort of looked a bit like a lollipop, but I'll try. So let me, what was it? Gate crashing little perverts. That was it, what you wanted. Okay. That's it. To Rasika. one of the gate crashing. Little perverts. That was really fun. Okay, I'm going to attempt again to do the nine-tailed whip, but like I said, not an artist. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, it kind of looks like a palm tree or perhaps Medusa's head. But a doodle, a potato mashup, but you really overestimate my doodling abilities. But this one's for you, Russica. It kind of looks like Medusa's hair / a palm tree. So that's what you've got. I hope you enjoy. I don't want to put these prints on top of each other just because this pen is quite wet, so I want to let it dry. Put that on the floor. Do we have any questions? Have I missed any that have been going on? No, okay, I've mostly just missed people saying bravo for the singing. I agree. Medusa is a good name for the multi-tailed whip. I think we should try and crack that on about. Any projects that I'm excited / allowed to talk about from Red? So I'm in a game that actually I think I'm allowed to talk about because I think that my appearance in the game has already been released. I'm going to hope it has because I'm going to talk about it. At least I think it is. Hang on one second. I should check this. Sorry, guys. Not a very interesting moment while I Google. Yes, okay, it is out. It is out. So there's a game that I did a little while ago called Metaphor Refantasio, which was originally a Japanese cast because it's a Japanese game. So it's a Japanese cast originally, and then we did a English cast version. And so that game, I believe, is out now. Or I think maybe it's available for pre-order. I think let's check release date. Okay, it is not out. It's out in October. But it is, I believe, 11th of October, 2024 release date. So maybe there's the English version is coming out in October. Yeah, October 14th, 11. Yes, there you go, Red. Yes, so I am playing a character in that now that I know that it's not out, maybe I'm not allowed to talk about it. But I had a lot of fun playing this one because I played a sort of, well, a prince who sort of is one of the characters that is in line for the throne. There's sort of in this game, it's sort of like a bunch of different characters. They're all competing to take the throne, and the character that I play is a
sociopathic narcissist who's completely in love with himself and thinks that purely because he's so beautiful, he should be worshipped and he should have the right to rule over anyone. So got demon twink energy all over him is what I thought. So that is coming out soon. There is that game. What is it called again? It's called Metaphor Refantasio or Refantasio. I'm not entirely sure of the pronunciation, but it comes out in October. So it's Metaphor Refantasio or Metaphor Refantasio. So it's very exciting. I really hope that I'm allowed to say any of that because maybe I'm not supposed to have. I thought it was already out. Maybe we don't put any of this on the internet. Oh, wait, I'm already on the internet. Other projects. So there's another project that I am working on. I am the writer of. So I'm a writer primarily by trade. That's what I do. I write for television. And I am working on an adaptation of a really amazing, fantastic fantasy novel called Board Gay Werewolf by Tony Santarello. So please go and read it. It is so much fun. It is about finding your queer family. It's about sort of like horrendous toxic masculinity, like in preaching what's the word? Like trying to get hold of a gay man and his queer family. It's called Board Gay Werewolf. It is an incredible novel by Tony Santarella, and I love both him and the novel. And I'm working on the TV adaptation. That's all I can say at the minute. Can't really say anything else about who it's with or when it will be. But the book is such fun, and we're keeping true to a lot of it in the series, but we're also doing a lot of when you do adaptations, you have to kind of change things for the screen. So there will be some changes, but a lot of it will be true to the book. It's incredibly exciting, and it's a story I love and characters I love and a world that I have just loved helping to create. So that is the thing that's exciting me most at the minute. So can't tell you much else about anything about when or how or where it will come to you. But it's a great book, and I'm having a hell of a time. That's something I'm doing. I'm here for a queer werewolf show. Yes, right? Werewolf novels are so steeped in toxic masculinity and alpha male bullshit. Well, that's kind of what this book does. It kind of like takes that bullshitty thing that happens in werewolf or in fantasy tropes where it's toxic masculinity, and it kind of like pulls it apart from the inside and just makes it incredibly queer, and it's fantastic, and I love it. Check it out. What was I saying? Any other questions for me? Your IMDb is updated from Milo from the game. Oh, my agent must have done that. So maybe I am allowed to talk about it. My agent must have done that, and I'm assuming that she wouldn't have put it up there if I wasn't allowed. Is there a form of art that you would like to try out when you have free time? Something you would like to get back into, or something new? Yeah, do you know what? So I used to do musical theatre when I was younger. I went to the Brit School, which is the only free, non-fee paying there's no cost to go. It's the only free performance art school in the country, and it's for the ages of 16 to 18. So in the UK, you legally finish school at 16. You can choose to stay on and study further at school from 16 to 18 in what we call sixth form. And then after that, at 18, then you go on to university or college. But at 16, you technically don't have to go to school any longer. You can go to a sixth form college, or you can stay on and do sixth form at your own school. But the Brit School is a performing arts school in the UK. It's most famous because Amy Winehouse went there, and Adele, and a whole host of other people. And yeah, I went there when I was 16. So I left home and I moved to London to go to this school, and I was doing musical theatre while I was there, and I loved it at the time. I then, when I left Brit School and I went to the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, which is where I trained in my degree, I just pursued sort of acting for stage and screen rather than musicals. But I did it when I was younger, and I used to love it, and I really missed dancing. Like, I dance at weddings and at parties and at raves and stuff, but I miss doing like choreographed routines that I used to do all the time. And it's one of the reasons why I love doing video game work so much, because it's one of the only chances when you're doing motion capture, there's so much stuff that's physical that it sometimes really does feel like a dance, depending on the characters that you're playing. And some of the characters that I've got to play really have been so physical that they really do feel like you are trapped in some sort of dance, especially because some characters have a physical body language that you have to stay by because it's what the computer is picking up. So yeah, motion capture has become sort of my new dance, but I would love to get back into dancing. So yeah, that is something that I want to get back into. I'm going to do another print. Let's see who's this next one for. Oh, this next one is for another person that I have come to know well. It's Scintillate. Scintillate, another person who I have done a few cameos for, a fond fan of Abdirak. Scintillate says, "Hi Declan, please sign with pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?" I do agree. So this is I'm going to make sure I'm spelling Scintillate correctly. Scintillate. Is it 2 L's? It's 2 L's. Scintillate. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree? Declan. Pairing. So this one's for you, Scintillate. much love. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree? I'm going to pop my headphones back on because I'm aware there might be a bit of a noise. It's quite hot in the UK at the minute for the first time ever. Well, it is in London anyway. And even though it's 8 p.m, it's still incredibly warm in my flat. And I've got a fan running behind the Okay. Can you hear me still? Can we hear me still? I'm going to hope that the answer is yes. Yeah, I've got a fan running behind me, and I want to get the noise away from it. Yes, you can. Someone asked, do we think Abdirak is a cat or a dog person? Oh, he's 100% a cat person. Abdirak is a cat person if ever I've known one. Literally, like, the most cat person. I think that Abdirak is essentially a cat. A dog would be too much for Abdirak. Too much constant like love and attention. It would be too much for him. I don't think he would. I think he would respect the cat. You know, the cat comes, the cat gets, the cat leaves. When the cat wants something from you, it'll come to you. Whereas a dog, which I'm very much a dog person, I'm essentially a dog.
in human form. Dogs are needy and, you know, all over you. And I'm definitely a dog. But Abdirak is a cat man for sure. For sure. Someone else. Someone's done that. Yes. So yeah, the cameos situation. So I'm not sure if it actually got uploaded, but shortly after Rusaka and Maru, requested that particular cameo, where I kind of, you know, Abdirak lost his shit in that little tiny robe. Someone else asked me to do another cameo, which I'm not sure if it went up onto Twitter because I didn't see it, but it might have done, and I might have just missed it. Where they asked me to sort of go full blown lose my shit. I think it might have actually been for Rusaka or Maru, but it might have been for their birthday, so maybe they kept it private. But I was trying essentially it after what the camera cut off when you guys didn't see the torture that little Rusaka and Maru went through at the hands of that potato masher and knife and cheese grater. Abdirak had brain matter inside his favorite bathrobe, and, or as he called it, ceremonial robe. And he was desperately trying to get the brain matter stains out of it. And I was sort of in the bathtub scrubbing. It was very manic. So I don't know if that one ever made it onto Twitter, but if it did, there's one for you guys to watch. Let's see. I'm curious. When you got the part of Abdirak, did they tell you anything about him to help you get into character? No, I knew absolutely nothing about Abdirak. I mean, at the time that I was recording Abdirak, I didn't even know what the game was. You know, we had a code name for the game. It was about 6 to 8 months into my contract that someone said to me, "You do know what this game is, right? You know it's Baldur's Gate 3." And I went, "Oh, no, I didn't know that." Everything was so secretive. You know, all of our scripts that came in, you know, until the day we were filming, you didn't have real character names, you didn't have the game name. So I didn't really know anything. I think the only thing I got was in the character breakdown. Where is the character breakdown for Abdirak? Got it somewhere. Hold on. So I think, yeah, this was all I got. This was all I got. Handsome and charming. Father Abdirak is a priest of Loviatar, the Maiden of Pain. The followers of this goddess are notorious self-flagellators and specialize in inflicting pain, both on themselves and others. His voice should tread the line between sexual and creepy while still being charismatic. He is clearly enjoying the pain a little bit too much, but it shouldn't be over the top. He sincerely believes that what he is doing and that each offering of pain to the goddess in his own, sorry, what was that? Wait a minute. He sincerely believes in what he is doing, and that each offering of pain to the goddess lessens his own pain and that of others. So that was all I was told. That's all I was told. Yeah, I was given that, and then when we went into, I know, shouldn't be over the top, I know. Then when we got into the studio, I just sort of started trying different voices, and then eventually landed on this. And soon he was born into the arms of Loviatar. And yeah, he was pushed and was reined back in a lot by the directors because I kept going too big. Because that's my natural inclination is to go too big. So, so I had to keep being reined in, but that was all I got. It was really, really fun. It was definitely the most fun I had. Actually, no, probably the most fun I had was probably joint between Abdirak and Boney. They were both very fun for very different reasons. But Abdirak, I really just got to let go and just like completely let my freak flag fly. So so I loved it. Maybe it's just me, but I didn't get creepy. Well, this is the thing. So it said in the thing, it said that it should toe the line between sort of sexual and creepy. So it's like if you were to go too far, he could be creepy, or if you would go too far, he could be too sexual. So that's why it was saying you've got to tread the line. So thankfully, and you just said you didn't get creepy from him. Thank you very much, because the tone was to not be creepy, but it was to just tread that line so that if you pushed it any further, it could go into creepy. Or if you pushed it a little any further, it could go into like too sexual. So that, because it's not meant to be, you know, it's quite kink coded and it's sexual coded, but it's not explicitly sexual. So it was very much, I think it was having to tread that line. Where you know, it couldn't go too far either way, and it very much could have done. I think some of the stuff I did in the studio, if they ever released like a bloopers reel, was probably too much. Okay, let me do another print. I did scintillate. This one is for Vinny. Vinny just says, a quote or a doodle would be awesome. What quote shall we give you, Vinny? Let me think. Because I don't want to do the ones that I keep doing, unless people specifically ask for them. Oh, how about this? You whimper so softly, so sweetly. That's for you, Vinny. You whimper so softly, so sweetly. Vinny. There was no E in Vinny, was there? No. Vinny. You whimper so softly, so sweetly. Some of you may never have heard that line, because depending on how you reacted and depending on how your characters reacted, you probably didn't whimper softly. So you whimper so softly, so sweetly. That's for you, Vinny. Here you are. Hope you enjoy. God, the colours really do pop so beautifully on this Ween. You really have made an absolute little masterpiece there. I always heard you could. No, so I always heard you could find him again. Is this Abdirak? I wish. I kept after we recorded this, I kept saying to the directors, I was like, "Oh, is he going to come back?" Because he was really fun, and I think people will like him. And I kept being like, "Is he going to come back?" Because he's so much fun. And at this point, you know, they were still writing the game. You know, this was Act 1, and I don't think, you know, they hadn't finished Act 3 or Act or anything like or even 2 at that point. So I kept hoping he was coming back, but he does not. You cannot find him anywhere else. Is that a promise when threatening to hit back? Yes, that's one of my favorites too. I love that. I love that so much when you threaten, he'd threaten you and you go, "Is that a promise?" Yeah, very, very, very good. if your Tav is a cleric of Kellermorthor, god of death, they have special conversation with Abdirak. Yes, that they do have a special conversation. One that I actually can't. I mean, I can't remember the exact. I can't remember the exact lines, but I remember having to record that. Have I missed any other little questions while I've been doing that? I'm just going to scroll back up and look through some of these chats. Boney getting all those commissions for naked statues of Astarion. Well, I'll tell you what, it wasn't Boney that's making the statues, you know, it's his wife, it's Stony. And I think Stony probably really enjoyed making those naked Astarion statues. I think that was probably the highlight of her career. If we really think about it, she absolutely loved it. I get the impression that devs didn't expect anyone to actually follow him when he leaves the camp after all the goblins it killed. I'm pretty sure Leviathan dragged my ass through my first playthrough. I somehow kept the blessing to the end of the campaign, but I was struggling. Well, if you kept the blessing, that's how you carried. That's how you carried going through. Yeah, Boney's taking the orders with pleasure. Boney's sitting there like doing like little doodles of Astarion naked. Like, Stony, darling, Stony, we have another Astarion. And Stony's just like absolutely chiseling with pure ecstasy and joy. I also agree, Vivi. I think that Boney would be such a nice, lovely little creature to go and have a coffee or a tea with at the end of the day. Chat away, have some gossip. You know, because actually, I'm not sure if it actually stayed in there. I think it might have been rewritten, or maybe it did stay in, where Boney he's gossiping when you first come into the shop. And he's sort of gossiping about a murder that's happened in the village or in the camp or something. And he's talking all about the murder that's happened recently. He's very, very, very into his gossip, is Boney. Because Stoney's not so much of a speaker. She's not really a chatty one. So I think he loves her. But I think he needs to get his sort of daily chat out with other people. Okay, I'm going to. This one is for Melanie. And Melanie said, first meeting with Abdirak was cruel due to a bug. I faced the wall as told, and he just left. Oh my God, no! A bug in the game. You poor thing. Well, I hope you got to meet him the next time around. You would like, pain is proof that we live, dear one. Of course, Melanie. This one is for you. Melanie. Pain is proof that we live, dear one. Declan. Bearing. There you go, Melanie. Hope you enjoy. Do you think Stony and Boney finally got their vacation? Oh, they absolutely did. To the Moonshade Isles, 100%. It was all those people buying bloody naked Astarion statues. They definitely got there. They got to the Moonshade Isles and they let it all hang out on the beach. Stony and Boney, they had the time of their lives. And I think, in fact, they're probably swingers, Stony and Boney, and they probably, found a little fun couple to have some fun with on holiday. Oh, this print looks even more metallic than the others. This is a particularly shiny one. This one, particularly shiny, is for Sungli, who says, I'm a Dom, so whatever you feel comfortable writing for a fellow servant of Loviatar. Thanks for being awesome. I hope to meet you at a con someday. Me too, Sungli. I hope to go to a con someday too, but I've yet to have been invited. So I think as far as Larian is concerned, for the cons, I'm small potatoes. So I've not yet been asked, but as soon as they do, I will be there. What shall we do for a Dom? What is a good quote? How about what's one of the good sort of pain-filled ones? Oh, what was that? What's the one? Pain is an intimate, loving thing. Yeah. Or oh, how about this is a good one for a Dom. I realize this looks strange, but I assure you it is a most intimate form of worship. Okay. Oh my god, did you see the video of the Abdirak cosplayer at a con whacking the absolute shit out of a dude? Yes, I did, in the inflatable dinosaur. Oh my god, I 100%, I was dying. It was so good. The cosplay was so spot on. It was so good. Like the attention to detail in that guy's costume was so good. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah, right. Let me get back to quickly signing this one for Sungli or Sungli or Sunjli. Not entirely sure. Pain is a loving thing. What was the full line when he said it the other time? Pain is a loving, intimate thing. That was it, intimate. Declan, Herring. Here you go, Sungli. Sungli, that one is for you. I hope you enjoy. It really is shiny, this one. Absolutely gorgeous colours. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, I've missed a whole bunch of comments. It was the most amazing cosplay. Yeah, totally. Your friend is going to London Pride in an Abdirak themed fit. Oh my God, I'm going to find them. It's going to be my mission. I'm going to spend my entire Pride looking for this person, find them, get a picture with them, and then we'll send it to you, Rasika. I really, really, really want to find them. Oh my God, that would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, I would love to do some cons, guys. I mean, I probably could reach out to them as well. Um, I think that they generally, when they do the cons, I think they try to go with the characters who have a sort of like a more wide appeal. Is what I'm kind of gathering, because the beautiful Loviatar following worshippers of Abdirak, as beautiful as we are not that many. So I think they try and get the guys who probably have a little more of a following when they book the cons. Declan has gained a side quest. I really have. I'm absolutely going to find this person. I'm 100% going to find this person. You can for MCM apply for a meet and greet table. We'll give you also free time in between. I thank you for that, Red. I'm actually going to look into it. In my head, I thought I just had to be asked by Larian, but I will 100% look into that. Yeah, thank you for that, Red. This one is for Addy. Addy. And it's you say, please include the quote about pain and being alive. Can't remember how it goes. Thank you for creating such an impactful character. I'm assuming you mean pain is proof that we live, dear one, because that is the most memorable quote probably about pain and being alive. So I shall use that one. Pain is proof that we live, dear one. This is for you, Addy. Hope you guys can read my writing. I'm sort of a very squiggly writer. My boyfriend says that my writing always looks like I'm doing calligraphy to invite someone to a ball, which I don't see as a bad thing. This next one is for Kelly. Kelly. And it says, could you put your favorite line that Abdirak says? What is my favorite line? My favorite line was probably, that was positively divine. I just remember at the time, recording the line, we did it in sequence. So we did it in sequence. So I remember being like screaming, whipping and like going, yes, scream, follow me, because a lot of the lines are not shot in sequence. A lot of the lines, like the end of the scene, you do first. But this particular bit we did in sequence. So it was like, we did all the pain, all the whipping. And then afterwards, I was sort of actually breathing quite heavily from like screaming and doing all the movements. And then I just went, that was positively divine. And I just loved it. So that actually is my favorite line, Kelly. So I'm going to put that one. That was positively divine. There's also a queer bar in East London called The Divine, and every time I go in there, I always think this line in my head. I always walk in and go, positively divine. My handwriting is pretty. Oh, thanks, Emily. Thank you. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, my boyfriend, he's always trying to come for my writing. Do you think Abdirak takes vacations? Or is he too much in love with his job as a priest of Leviathan? He's a workaholic. Oh, I think he's absolutely obsessed with his work. I think that his work brings him so much joy, and he gets so much out of it, and that every single thing that he does in what's the word, in honor of Leviathan is like a vacation to him. I think he's just obsessed with it. So if he were to take a vacation, then I assume he would probably, I don't know, maybe go to a spa and like just ask them to do some of those really horrific, like super hot stone, but like he'd want them to be like burning. He'd want those hot stone massages, but the ones that are like bright red that like burn and boil and blister your back. That's probably what I would think. Knowing Leviathan's following and their habits, his roaming is both work and holiday. Catch him in a Hawaiian shirt whipping someone. Absolutely, 100%. I think he would be doing that for sure. Does he go to the main Leviathan temples for retreat / special treatment? Absolutely. I think there's one thing about him. He is a lover of the sort of pomp and ceremony. I think that when you meet as a character, when you meet Abdirak, he has been sort of sent to try and teach these goblins a thing or two about torture. And I think that he finds them all quite disgusting. I think he lives for I mean, look at the way he dresses. He lives for the pomp and ceremony and the luxury of it. I think he goes to these big, like, Leviathan temples for, like, you know, the big yearly feast days. And I think he absolutely laps it up. He laps it up. He loves walking around. People know who he is. He's like one of the big, you know, he's one of the high priests. Everyone knows who he is, and he walks in and he loves all the eyes on him. He loves the fanfare of it all. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he definitely goes to those. Yes, the one thing we're robbed of in canon is the old Leviathan priest robes. Yes, I agree, but I think that this outfit is a bit superior. Every 12 days, Leviathans dance and play with fire. Yes, I did know that. I didn't know that originally, but I was told by someone. And that makes total sense. He's also got a lot of like burn scars, old Abdirak. When you take a close look, a lot of his scars look like burns. So that doesn't surprise me at all. So this next one is one of Munchie's prints, and it is, look at it, so great. I love it so much. And I've got the shirt. You can get it on. You can get this amazing print by Munchie on a shirt, on a t-shirt. I wore it in the last stream. It is so good. Munchie, why don't you put your for your store into the chat here, because it really is so great, guys, and you want one. Oh, Yvonne's got one. Yes, it's so good. It's so good. So yes, definitely get that. Okay, so this one is for Amy. Can we please have your favorite Abdirak quote? Well, I feel like I just gave it, but it is my favorite, so I'm going to give it again. It's to you, Amy. Amy. That was positively divine. Declan. Herring. Here you go, Amy. This one's for you. I realise you're seeing it backwards, but it does say, Amy, that was positively divine. Oh God, I actually suppose I should be refreshing this, shouldn't I? Just in case any more prints have come in, orders have come in since. I have had a few more orders. Oh. What have I missed in the old chat here? The shirt is really good quality too. Yes, Yvonne is right. The shirt is really gorgeous quality. It's beautiful. The artwork on it is stunning, and it's comfy shirt too. It's really comfy. Oh, Amy, yes, thank you. You are very welcome. What kind of tattoo do we think Abdirak would get? I feel like someone, who was it the other day? I'm not even sure if I was tagged in it. I think I just came across it on Twitter. I don't know how to find that then. How do I find things that I've looked at? I am so the least internet savvy person in the world. Oh, it's because my bloody phone's on airplane mode. That's why. It was. So this is by Raven, who on Twitter, their handle is @DMBAQA, @DMBakura, so DMBAKURA, Raven, and it was this. I absolutely gagged. I think this incredible blood dripping nine-tailed whip is what Abdirak would have tattooed across his chest. It's so good. Yeah, the blood dripping down it. I really feel like that is a tattoo that he would have for sure. It's really, really good, Raven. So I literally, when I saw it, I was like, so yeah, so great. So great. I have another print. This is for Rose. Incredible voice and the delivery, as Abdirak says, exquisite. And as Abdirak says, exquisite. Thank you for this. May I have something exquisite in mind. Oh, that was another one that I did love. I have something exquisite in mind. Yes, of course you can have that, Rose. Rose. I have something exquisite in mind. Declan. This one is for you, Rose. I have something exquisite in mind. All of Abdirak's lines live rent-free in my head. How does he have so many iconic lines with 1 minute, 5 minutes of screen time? Well, the incredible Rachel, who wrote Abdirak's part, is the reason why. She is such an amazing writer, and yeah, I just think all of the writing is just so perfectly on point, and that's how he has so many iconic lines. It's purely Rachel. She's an absolute G. And what's her handle? Just in case any of you are not following her, because you should, because she is the best. So it's Rachel Quirk or Rachel Churek. It says me Churek, which I think means previously. So I think it's Quirk, Rachel Quirk. And her is at Quirk Kiltons. And she was the writer of Abdirak. She's amazing. Rachel is so based. Rachel has a book series out too. Oh, fantastic! I need to read that. Do you have all the prints yourself with all the characters you've done? It would be hard to have a wall like Tracy. I do not have a. I do not. I would love to. I would love to get them all. But I mean, in this game alone, I did so many, but some of them were such small characters, or some of them only pop up like for a second here or there. So I don't even know what they all would be. What are they all again? I think so. I'm trying to remember them all. There was a knoll monster humanoid thing called Timothy. There was Skickpit, Bella, Usen the vampire. There was a rock gnome called Gondian Genshu or something like that. There was Warrior Drock. There was Flaming Fist Pavel. There's Harper Tumeral. There was Gauntlet Dion. There was a character that was just called Elf Lover. There was Fezzik, Deep Rothe Calf, Kobold Looter. There was Abdirak. There was at one point I had so many different little characters, and there was one that hadn't been named yet, and they said, "Well, should we name him now?" And they named him Reclan after me. So there was Declan and Reclan. There was Paramidius. There's Boney, Zom. Those are all the ones I can remember. So yeah, I think if I had them all, they would take up my whole wall. I have one final print for this evening, and it is lovely. It's for Munchie, and it is Red's incredible art. I love it so much, this piece. The blood spatter across his chest and upper arm, and then like the swervy light of the candles. I mean, the lighting in here, it makes it quite impossible to see because of the glare, but it is just an absolute masterpiece from Red, like chef's kiss. So this one is making out to Munchie, and Munchie says, "Thank you again for the opportunity. Can you write, is that a promise?" That's the line that made me fall in love with Abdirak. Yes, of course I can, Munchie. Is that a promise? And there's a little heart for you there as well, Munchie. Little heart for you. Oh, I've just smudged that. I think I've got it. I might have to do another one. Red, this is one of your best, but all yours are fabulous. I agree, Yvonne. It's so good. So, so good. The Harper. Yeah, that is me. That Harper is me. His name is Harper Tumoril, I think. Harper Tumoril or Harper Tumoril. It was a young elf, but he was passionate about the Harper cause. I think that was, if that's the one you're talking about, he was like a young elf. Yeah, it was all just very sort of for the cause, sort of thing. Well, guys, that is all of my prints for this stream done. They're all drying on the floor because the pen I used is wet, so I shall leave them drying in this very warm evening. Though I'm sure they won't take long. And then I'm going to post them back to Streamily tomorrow. It's international post, and the Royal Mail is horrendous. I did sign Ravens. Yes, I did. I did sign Ravens. Oh no, wait! I don't think I had. I don't think I had one from Raven this time. No, I think I talked about Raven because I was talking about their artwork, but I don't think Raven. Raven purchased one. I think Raven had one last stream. So I signed it last time. Yes, so I'm gonna send. Don't know if you signed mine. I don't remember. Big Spicy. So the ones I have signed are all the ones that I have. All the ones I have. If it would have been last times, perhaps. Big Spicy. So the only ones I've currently got in my store, unless I need to refresh, unless there's some new ones in there. Because I did about 25 in the last. Oh, Big Spicy is Raven. Ah. So did you, Raven? Oh, maybe we'll take this chat post this. But did you order 2 and only get 1? Did you receive 1 and only get 1, but you ordered 2? We'll discuss this afterwards, maybe, because I definitely, it could still be on its way. Because they could have been sent separately. So yes, I think because not everyone has received theirs yet from the last one, but all were definitely done. When Streamily, we had an email confirmation that they all the ones that have been previously ordered, I signed them all and they all went. And then all the ones that were yet to be signed were the ones tonight, which was Amy, Munchie, Rose, Vinny, Yvonne, Melanie, Russika, Sungli, Sintale, Addie, and Kelly. That is this evening's signings. And all of last time's, which was last month's, they are back with Streamily. Some people have already got theirs. I think depending on where you are in the world, some are taking a little bit longer. But these ones will all be heading to Streamily offices in California. I'll be sending them tomorrow. Like I said, the Royal Mail post office in the UK is not always great, so it might take a couple of days to get there. But hopefully within a couple of weeks at the very latest, you guys will all have your streams. So, any other? Did you get them last time? Yeah, I definitely remember actually now, Raven, that I had two for you. I had a red and a munchie, right? I believe it was a red and a munchie. They definitely both got signed, and they'll be on their way to you. But if it was I had both munchie and reds last stream, but Weenwems are all all of Weenwem orders were. You got a Weenwems. Okay. I am going to speak to. I'm going to speak to Streamily about this, Raven, because I don't have a Weenwem order for you.
Hey, just jumping in here, sorry, quickly. I'm actually looking in your completed queue. It looks like you hit complete on a Raven one that says, it's a Weenwem one. It says, can you make it out to Dear One Raven, please? Heart, thank you.
There you go. That would be the reason. Sorry. I must have hit it into my completed already. I am so sorry. I must have done that last month by mistake. Here's me blaming Streamily, blaming poor Campbell. Sorry, Campbell. It's totally my fault. How do I view my completed? Let me.
I think what I can do right now is I might be able to uncomplete it for you and just have it show up. Give me 1 second here.
That would be great. Apologies, Raven. My bad. I'm the bad one. Campbell is a star. Campbell is the good guy. Like I have said a million times, I'm not.
Right, he always says it to me.
With technology.
Okay, there we go. Go ahead and refresh your page. It should show up now.
Yes. Yes. There we go. Okay. Here is one for you, Raven. I am so sorry. I did not.
All good. Nay bother. This is why I'm here. All right. I will let you get to it. There you go, Raven.
So this one is to you, Raven. Okay. You want? No, sorry. Hang on. Wait a minute. Pen not working. Dear One, Raven. Okay. Dear One. Raven. And can you make a last minute request for a little palm tree? Yeah, I'm going to try extra hard to make this one good. Okay, here we go. Just because I put you through all of that stress of thinking that it was a lost order. I think maybe I'm making the handle too small. Oh, do you know what I'll do? I'll go for a thinner pen on the thinner pen on the actual whip part, and that will maybe make it look less like a palm tree. Come on. What a riveting stream for you guys, watching me try to make a pen work. Doesn't work. We'll try another one. Okay, the thin pens don't work. The thin white pens. Now, I don't want to hear any dirty jokes about this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. The concentration. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh God, it's worse. It's worse than ever. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I bet you regret asking for that last minute palm tree now. Oh God. Terrible. But there you go. That's done for you, Raven. So sorry about that. One of those science electricity ball things. It does. One of those things where you touch someone and makes your hair stand on end. It looks more like that. A Tesla coil. Definitely making progress. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Giving me belief in myself. Right, I am going to leave it there for this evening. It's just coming up to an hour and a half, and I did promise my boyfriend Jack that we would try and watch a movie tonight, and it's already half 9. So I'm going to leave you and say thank you all so much for coming. It's been such a pleasure speaking with you all, as always. One of the most incredible things about this job has just been, which came as a complete surprise, because I really was not prepared for or had any idea how big the fandom for this game was going to become. I think, you know, there was definitely a lot of anticipation about the game. There was definitely a lot of, you know, it's going to do really well. Lots of people were really sure that it was going to go well. But I don't think any of us were prepared for how incredibly the fandom fell in love with the game, and with so many individual characters, and the interactions that I've had with the people who have fallen in love with those characters that we were lucky enough to bring to life have just been so beautiful and lovely. And I've met some really wonderful people who have all been so respectful and kind, and also so positive and affirming of everything I've done. Plus, I've just met some absolutely phenomenally talented artists, which is part of the reason why I wanted to get on Streamily in the first place. Besides, you know, a few other of the BG3 actors and directors telling me that I should. It was seeing some of the artwork that you guys had created, and I just was absolutely flabbergasted by the unbelievable skill and talent and love and artistry that was poured onto these pages. And it just made me want to collaborate. It made me want to be a part of this world with them. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure spending time with all of you, as always. Thank you again, Campbell, for saving my butt there momentarily.
Always happy to do it.
He's a very good egg, Campbell. He's a very good egg. But thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you at the next one.
Alrighty.
Much love to you all. Wow.
Thanks for coming, guys. See you next time.